Chosen one, the surprise check is already on its way. You may not see it with your natural eyes yet, but in the spiritual realm, the delivery has already been confirmed. What you once thought was delayed, denied, or forgotten is actually already moving toward you with unstoppable momentum. This isn't a future possibility. It's a present reality in motion. The moment you thought would never arrive is actually closer than you imagined, and it's not just about money, bills, or finances. This is about witnessing God's hand move in your life in a way that will silence every doubt and every critic. The check is a symbol, but the message is much greater. Heaven has not overlooked you. You've been accounted for, recorded, and prioritized. When God sets something in motion, no human hand can interfere with its arrival. This divine check carries with it validation, healing, and proof of supernatural timing. It is a tangible sign that the invisible is becoming visible. It is not imagination, it is manifestation. And you, chosen one, are the recipient. Before we dive deeper, I want to invite you to align yourself with this message right now. Stay with me until the very end, because your breakthrough deserves your full attention. Write your warmest wishes in the comments below and type 777 as a symbolic act of alignment. That number is not random. It represents spiritual completion, divine flow, and multiplied blessings. When you write it, you're sending energy into the universe, declaring to heaven that you are ready, open, and positioned. Every word you release in alignment multiplies, like seeds planted in fertile soil, destined to return with a harvest. Let your wishes be written and witnessed, because the universe has its eyes on you in this moment. And don't forget to press the hype button, like this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Not for vanity, but as an act of agreement. Every click is a declaration. I am in alignment with my divine release. This small act unites us as a community of believers walking together in faith, and it amplifies the current of expectation that surrounds you now. Chosen one, hear me clearly. A divine financial surprise is already in transit with your name on it. This is not metaphorical fluff or vague encouragement. This is a spiritual transfer that has already crossed from prophecy into process. What was once spoken over your life in prayer or whispered in your heart as a promise has now been dispatched from the heavens into your reality. You're no longer in the season of waiting and hoping. You're in the moment of hosting. Hosting means that what was invisible is becoming visible. What was intangible is about to manifest in your hands. This isn't simply about currency. It's about confirmation. It's about heaven showing you that your faith has never been wasted. You're not imagining things. You're not deceiving yourself. You are standing in the threshold of manifestation. The transfer is real, the confirmation is already printed, and the envelope is already sealed. It is moving with precision, and it will not miss its mark. Understand this. God's timing is not random. It is strategic. Every delay, every closed door, every tear you cried, every moment you persevered in silence was not punishment, but preparation. You thought you were waiting in vain, but in truth, you were building a signal in heaven. That signal lit up at the appointed time, and heaven responded. The very resistance you faced, the moments you resisted bitterness and chose faith instead, activated your release. Imagine a massive vault in the heavens where blessings are stored. Each act of patience, each tear of surrender, each seed of faith was a deposit into that vault. And now, the lock has been turned, the seal has been broken, and approvals have been stamped in places you cannot see. God's timing ensures that this check will not just meet your need, but also multiply your testimony. The moment is perfectly chosen, aligning heaven's calendar with your life's readiness. Even now, angels are moving on your behalf. You may not see their wings, but you will see the shift. They are delivering what you've been promised without delay, carrying the package of provision straight into your life. This check isn't arriving with trumpets or announcements. It's showing up suddenly, interrupting your routine with divine disruption. One moment you'll be in lack, and the next, provision will crash into your reality like an unexpected storm of blessing. That's the nature of a surprise. It doesn't give countdowns. It appears without warning, without ceremony, as proof that God's hand is on you. This check is more than paper. It is a physical testimony of invisible activity. Angels have already touched it. Heaven has already signed it. And now earth will witness the evidence. Expect a shocking interruption to the season of lack you thought would last forever. Do not forget this truth. You are the chosen one. That identity is not a title of vanity, but a position of divine purpose. Being chosen means heaven has marked you for miracles, favor, and provision that others cannot explain. You don't chase miracles, miracles are attracted to you. This surprise check is not the result of applications or requests. It is wealth that locates you because of who you are. God handpicked you for this moment. When He calls someone chosen, it is not symbolic, it is functional. The chosen attract resources, opportunities, and favor without striving, because heaven itself has aligned on their behalf. The check is not just about provision, it is about identity. It is a reminder that you've always been on God's list, even when people overlooked you. This blessing is not a coincidence. It is a consequence of your calling. This check carries more than numbers. It carries God's signature. Every delay is being dissolved, every tension lifted, every season of waiting now repaid. You will feel as though time itself has refunded you. The years of silent loss, the disappointments you couldn't even explain, are being balanced by heaven's accounting. This is more than financial, it's restorative. It's a divine refund on all you thought was wasted. God is showing you that nothing is ever truly lost when placed in His hands. What you sacrificed in silence is now being recognized in public. This check is His way of saying, I saw you, I kept you, I signed this for you. No earthly bank could authorize it, but heaven has stamped it with irrevocable approval. Do not try to make sense of this with human logic. Logic will fail you here. What you are about to experience is grace, and grace cannot be explained, only received. Grace is what accelerates timelines, moves you ahead of the schedule others expected, and places in your hands what you didn't even know to ask for. Logic would say you're unqualified, unprepared, or too late. Grace declares it's your turn now. Grace overrides human reasoning, ensuring that no man can reverse what God has decreed. This surprise check is a move of grace, not merit. It's not based on your effort, but on His decision. Receive it not as something you earned, but as something you've been graced into. Picture the moment you open this check. Your hands may tremble, your spirit may shake, not from fear, but from recognition. The numbers will matter, but the peace that floods your body will matter more. You'll feel worth confirmed, identity validated, burdens lifted. This isn't only about bills being paid or accounts balanced. It's about your spirit finally exhaling. The moments you felt unseen will suddenly connect to this divine consideration. Heaven has remembered you, and now your worth is being recognized in tangible form. That confirmation will outweigh the currency. God does not ask for permission to bless you. He overrides systems, bypasses protocols, and delivers directly. This check is proof that no rejection, no overlooked application, no denial can stop what is meant for you. Faithfulness in obscurity always pays off. Every moment you stayed consistent when nobody applauded was recorded in heaven. And now, the process is unstoppable. Don't question why you. Deep down, you've always known your life was designed for more than survival. This blessing is not random, it is intentional. This surprise check is not just provision, it is evidence. Evidence that what was spiritual has become tangible. Evidence that your prayers have power. Evidence that your chosen identity attracts heaven's resources. For too long, you've lived in the quiet before breakthrough, where nothing seemed to move. But now you'll see the truth. Everything has been moving towards you all along. This check is heaven's receipt, stamped and delivered to your reality, proving alignment works and chosen ones are never forgotten. Think of this check as a divine interruption, a sudden break in the regular program of your life. It's more than enough to meet today's needs. It's designed to fund tomorrow's future. God never blesses halfway. This check will open doors, create space, and confirm that heaven has been watching over you all along. It is not a coincidence. It is divine choreography. This provision will not just stabilize you, it will expand you. The arrival of this check marks the breaking of cycles. It's not just lack being defeated, but patterns, limits, and generational chains being shattered. Heaven has signed this as its own move, leaving no room for human credit. What belongs to you cannot be blocked, cannot be delayed, cannot be denied. The surprise is heaven's way of proving that divine timing always trumps earthly resistance. This is not a one-time blessing. This is the first domino in a divine chain reaction. One check opens the door for many. One breakthrough sets the stage for overflow. You're not just walking toward abundance, you're stepping into it. This is the beginning of a wave, a sign that heaven is investing in your journey. This check is seed, but what it grows into will be far greater. Expect a cascade of evidence, not just a single moment. There will be a clear before and after in your story. Before this check, it looked like waiting, struggle, and silence. After, it will look like confirmation, proof, and transformation. This moment will remind you that heaven never wastes time. You'll realize the wait was never in vain. God didn't need your effort to release it, only your alignment to recognize it. And now, chosen one, you are aligned. Do not think for a moment this came from people. This is a divine origin story. The check is not a product of human decision, but of heavenly decree. Every rejection, every closed door, every denial was actually redirection, moving you out of the queue and into the vault. God hand-picked this delivery to bypass man-made systems so that no one could take credit. This check is stamped from heaven's desk. Understand this, the check is only the beginning. Beyond finances, it restores confidence, clarity, and belief in divine timing. It is the first of many waves, each one echoing louder than the last. People around you will notice the shift, but they won't understand the source. They'll see favor, but only you'll know the truth. It was God's decision concerning you. That's all it takes to change everything. Chosen one, hear this again. The surprise check is not pending. It is already processed, already released, already yours. It's traveling with unstoppable speed toward your life. Do not doubt. Do not delay in your faith. Prepare to receive. Now, as a final act of agreement, comment your warmest wishes, type 777 below, press the hype button, and subscribe. End this moment with a powerful affirmation. I am walking in the manifestation. The check is already on its way.